Hey everybody, welcome to Mimi's Front Porch, and I'm here with Louie, who's probably going to wrestle me to the ground any minute now. I'm Melanie, and of course, y'all know Louie. He's a beast. So, Farmer MeeMaw challenged a mess of us to do this tag accent thing, and she gave us a list of words here, and I'm going to read them off, and I'm going to tell you how I say them, and maybe we can have a little bit of chat about some of them. So, the first word is aunt, A-U-N-T, and that's how I was always raised to say it. My mister, who is originally from New York, says auntie. Everybody's an auntie. My daughter, who was raised pretty much all over the country because we were a military family and traveled around a lot, she says ain't, particularly in reference to her Aunt Sherry, who is my sister. And she says, she ain't if she is, and she ain't if she ain't. And that's Aunt Sherry. So, the next word is roof, or roof. I think I say roof. Up on the roof. Up on the roof. I'm going to keep my day job, I assure you. Route. I think I say route when, just in general speaking, but like Farmer MeeMaw does, I think I say route in reference to the 66. Wash. I just say wash. I know some people who say wash, and they wash and wrench, just like Farmer MeeMaw suggested, but I say wash. Oil. I don't say Earl. I know an Earl, so I say it when I'm speaking to him, but otherwise I say oil. Theater. It's the only way I know how to say it. I say it for movies, I say it for plays, I say it for opera. But I do say opera house sometimes too. Iron. I don't say arn. I know people who say that, but I don't say arn. I say iron. Salmon. I've always said it that way. Caramel. Caramel, caramel. There's a caramel, California. There are craft caramels, which are my particular favorite, and I could eat a mess of them. There's another one called Lancaster, but you know it's a bit oily. I don't care for that. That banging and tool dropping noise is my mister working on the engine for my little 1973 John Deere patio tractor. Yeah. It's been over there for 4 years. I repainted all of it, and we repainted everything but some of the engine parts, and they rusted out, and so he put it in the bin and sandblasted it, and he's just cleaning it all up. Put it back together, and hopefully I'll be racing him down the street later on this summer. Fire. I can make some fires, I tell you. And I have a crazy fireman story that I might share one day. Terribly embarrassing for me, but it's a good, funny story. Water. I say it with that D sound in it, water. Sure. Data. Now, I say data, not data, because the mister has a computer repair shop. That's basically how we make our living around here, and we fix a lot of computers every year, and I'm basically telephone tech support and customer service kind of stuff, because he's from New York, and he's a multi-degreed engineer. He's a rocket scientist, basically, and so anyway, he doesn't speak English to people, and we say data because we deal with a lot of data. I knew there was a point to all that. Ruin. I say it the same way you would say the name of the duck. Ruin, not ruin. Ruin. Crayon. New Orleans. I say that like one word. Pecan. No pecans around here. Both. I don't know if there's another way to say that. Again, probably. Spitting image. I say spitting image. You hear the ing when I say it. I don't do a spitting. Alabama. Can anybody say that a different way? I would like to hear that. Lawyer, not lawyer. Coupon. Mayonnaise. Syrup. Pajamas. Caught. Naturally. Aluminum. Envelope. I think I say all of those like the pronunciation would be in the dictionary. I think I do. I don't know. You know, and I mentioned the dictionary. The dictionary for the American language was basically rewritten, and spellings were changed. And I don't know how many of you know about this, but it actually happened, and there are documentaries about it and lots of articles. But the spellings of a lot of our words were changed because the people wanted to get completely separated from their English roots. It was just one of those things they did, and that's one of the ways they did it. It was Nathaniel Webster who actually rewrote our dictionary, and is based on the way we speak today with all of these extra letters and the changing of spellings and things like that. It's interesting. You should look it up. Our questions. What is it when you throw toilet paper on a house? Where I come from, and I'm originally from South Carolina, we call that rolling. What do you call the bug that curls into a... Okay, now I just did a copy and paste. And this says, what do you call the bug that curls up into a bug when you touch it? Well, just call that a bug. But I know that Jennifer means, Farmer MeeMaw means roly-poly. We also call them armadillo bugs. So, I don't know. What is a bubbly carbonated drink called? Now, I call that soda. There was a time when I called it Coke, and it didn't matter if you wanted iced tea or 7-Up or just a glass of water. If somebody said, do you want a Coke? You'd say, yeah, I'll have ice water. That's just the way people talk in the South, I guess. What do I call gym shoes? Well, because of my experience in the military, I say running shoes. Yeah, I just call them running shoes because all of my shoes that are of that style are made for running. I don't have any that are made for tennis because I haven't played tennis since I was in the Marine Corps a long, long time ago. Okay, it wasn't that long. It wasn't that long, was it, buddy? So yeah, I just call them running shoes. What do you say to address a group of people? Now, this is going to vary. It's going to vary on time of day, who the group of people is, but I'm a everyone. I'm a good morning, everyone, a good afternoon, everyone, hello, everyone kind of person. What do you call the spider that has an oval body and extremely long legs? That's either a granddaddy long leg or a daddy long leg. And for the record, they're not so poisonous that they will kill you, but their mouth is so small they can't bite you. Remember that legend? Not true. Don't buy into that. Don't teach your children that. What do you call your grandparents? Well, When my grandparents were alive, my paternal grandparents were Mama and Papa, and my maternal grandparents, I never knew my grandfather, but my grandmother was Nani, N-O-N-I. I am grandma to some of my grandchildren and Mimi to some of my grandchildren. My husband is Grandpa or Poppy, and they have a variety of names for their other grandparents. What do you call the wheeled contraption in which you carry groceries in the supermarket? It's cart. Just call it a cart. I don't shop. Well, I rarely shop. I don't like to shop. My mister, wouldn't trade him for the world, would like to point that out, does the majority of our shopping and cooking. I clean up after him. I put the groceries away. I clean up after he cooks. I keep pots and pans available for him to cook more in, and I keep dishes available for us to eat off of, and that's my part of the job. It was a deal we made when we got married. So, what do you call it when it rains while the sun's shining? Well, that's the devil's beating his wife. Everybody knows that. My nanny taught me that. I don't know why. I imagine, I don't know, she told me that the rain was the devil's wife's tears. What is the thing you changed the TV with? My mouse. I know it's a little different, that internet TV and all that. So, well, there you go, Farmer MeeMaw. This was a fun little thing to do, and it's going to be very interesting to see all of the different dialects and pronunciations from different regions, different parts of the country. I asked Louie to participate in this, and he said no. Didn't you? Didn't you, buddy? You said no. He said, rub my belly. Rub his belly? I gotta rub some belly here. I'll catch up with you guys later. Oh, it's Mama's boy. There, we're done. Bye. Now we're done. Don't get my paper. Don't get the paper, okay? You can't have that. You can have that paper. I don't want your kisses. Heavens knows what you've been eating. Huh? Heavens knows what you've been eating. Get your foot off me. Get him off of me. Get him off of me. He's a good old boy. My silver-faced devil. Hey. Let's have some ear rubbing. Oh, there's heaven right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, tell me about it. Oh. Yeah. Okay. That's enough. That's enough. You're gonna beat me to death. Get your big foots out of the way. Louie, come on.